Hola mis Wallis. ¿Cómo están? Este es un nuevo video de Wallet English generado con tecnología de inteligencia artificial y tecnología convencional pensado en ti. ¡Qué emocionante! Espero que lo disfrutes, que aprendas y que ganes mucho. No olvides darle un me gusta a nuestro video, compartir y suscribirte a nuestro canal.
Aprende inglés con historias o lecciones generadas tanto por nuestro equipo como con inteligencia artificial del ChatGPT y otros servidores de inteligencia artificial, pero siempre inspiradas en ideas de Wallet English. Aprende en 3 pasos. En el primer paso, ve el video sin subtítulos para entrenar tu oído, es el input del idioma al natural. En el segundo paso, ve el video activando los subtítulos, pon pausa cuantas veces sea necesario, toma notas del vocabulario y presta atención a la pronunciación, repite las palabras, practica. Esto se llama aprendizaje activo. En el tercer paso, vuelve a ver y escuchar el video sin subtítulos. Si es necesario, repite el paso 2. Notarás lo que has aprendido significativamente.
"200 Business English Words for Trading with China, a Practical Guide." Part 4. For your convenience, the following words are arranged in alphabetical order. Remember to listen carefully. Pause as many times as necessary. Take notes. Activate subtitles when necessary. Repeat as much as possible. Enjoy learning with Wallet English educational materials. 61. Export controls. Restrictions on the export of certain goods, technologies, or services that are deemed sensitive for national security, foreign policy, or economic reasons, usually requiring a license or authorization from the government. For example, the US and China have imposed export controls to each other on certain products according to their own political and economical interests. 62. Fapiao, a special type of invoice that serves as an official receipt and a proof of tax payment in China. It is issued by the tax authorities or authorized entities and is required for various purposes, such as reimbursement, accounting, and auditing. For example, you need to obtain a Fapiao from your Chinese supplier or partner for any payment you make for goods or services in China. 63. Forced technology transfer, a practice where a foreign company is required to share its technology or intellectual property with a domestic partner or authority as a condition for market access or other benefits in China. For example, the CAI aims to prevent forced technology transfer by prohibiting the use of administrative means or discriminatory practices to obtain foreign technology. 64. Foreign direct investment, FDI, an investment made by a firm or individual in one country into business interests located in another country. For example, China is one of the largest recipients of foreign direct investment in the world, attracting billions of dollars from multinational corporations every year. 65. Foreign exchange reserves, the stock of foreign currencies and other assets held by a central bank or other monetary authority. For example, China has the world's largest foreign exchange reserves, which it uses to manage its exchange rate and intervene in the foreign exchange market. 66. Foreign invested commercial enterprise, FICE, a type of business entity that allows foreign investors to engage in wholesale, retail, franchising, or trading activities in China. It can also operate its own e-commerce platform or website in China. For example, you can set up a FICE in China to sell your products or services directly to Chinese consumers or businesses through your own e-commerce platform or website. 67. Foreign Trade Zone, FTZ, a type of special economic zone that is a duty-free area where goods can be stored, processed, or re-exported without being subject to customs duties or taxes. For example, China has established several foreign trade zones in major cities and ports, such as Shanghai, Tianjin, and Guangzhou, to facilitate trade and logistics. 68. Franchising. A business model in which a firm, the franchisor, grants another firm, the franchisee, the right to use its name, logo, products, services, and business methods in exchange for a fee and a share of the profits. For example, franchising is a popular way of expanding a business without investing too much capital or resources. Some examples of franchise businesses are McDonald's, KFC, Starbucks, and Subway. 69. Free Trade Agreement, FTA. A treaty between two or more countries that eliminates tariffs and other barriers to trade on most or all goods and services between them, and often includes provisions on investment, intellectual property, labor, and environmental standards. For example, China has signed FTAs with several countries and regions, such as ASEAN, Australia, Chile, New Zealand, Pakistan, Singapore, and Switzerland. 70. Free trade. A system of trade between countries in which there are no tariffs, quotas, or other restrictions. For example, some economists argue that free trade benefits both countries by increasing efficiency and lowering prices. 71. General trade. A mode of trade that involves the import or export of goods through customs clearance procedures in China. It is subject to tariffs, value-added tax, VAT, and consumption tax, if applicable. For example, you need to follow the general trade rules and regulations if you want to ship your products from overseas to China, or vice versa. 72. Global value chains, GVCs. The fragmentation and dispersion of production processes across different countries or regions, where each stage adds value to the final product or service. For example, China has become a major player in GVCs, especially in manufacturing sectors such as electronics, machinery, and textiles. 73. Globalization. A process of increasing interdependence and integration among countries in terms of trade, investment, culture, communication, and governance. For example, some examples of globalization are the expansion of multinational corporations, the proliferation of international organizations, the spread of the Internet and social media, and the emergence of a global culture. 74. Gross domestic product, GDP. The total value of goods and services produced within a country in a given period. For example, China has the world's second largest gross domestic product after the US, accounting for about 16% of the global GDP. 75. Gross national product, GNP. The total value of goods and services produced by the residents of a country in a given period, regardless of where they are located. For example, China's gross national product is slightly lower than its gross domestic product because it excludes the income earned by foreigners in China and includes the income earned by Chinese abroad. 76. Group buying. A form of e-commerce that offers discounts on products or services if a minimum number of buyers is reached within a limited time. It leverages the power of social media and word of mouth to attract and incentivize consumers. For example, you can use group buying platforms such as Pinduoduo, Meituan, or Dianping to offer deals on your products or services to Chinese consumers. 77. Heitao, a term that refers to the practice of buying products from overseas websites or platforms by Chinese consumers. It means sea surfing in Chinese and reflects the desire for foreign brands, quality, and variety. It is one of the main drivers of cross-border e-commerce in China. For example, you can target Heitao consumers by offering your products on overseas websites or platforms that are popular among Chinese shoppers, such as Amazon, eBay, or Rakuten. 78. Horizontal integration. A strategy of acquiring or controlling firms that operate at the same stage of the production or distribution process of a product or service. For example, Horizontal integration can occur for various reasons, such as increasing market power, reducing competition, achieving economies of scale, or enhancing synergies. 79. Human Resource Management, HRM, a function that deals with the recruitment, selection, training, development, compensation, performance appraisal, and retention of the employees of a firm. For example, human resource management involves various activities such as job analysis, job design, job description, job specification, recruitment, selection, orientation, training, development, compensation, benefits, incentives, motivation, performance appraisal, feedback, promotion, demotion, transfer, termination, and retention. 80. Import, to bring goods or services into a country from abroad for sale. For example, the U.S. imports a lot of consumer products from China.
In the next video, we will learn more new terms. So, if you find this video interesting and useful, don't forget to subscribe, like and share with those who need it. Thanks for watching.